The Chicago Bulls face the Orlando Magic at home. Can the Bulls fare better? Can they look like a team that actually gives a damn? All this and more on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, Chicago Bulls Central. We'll get into it right after the intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What up, Bulls fans? We in the building. Chicago Bulls Central, Bulls game day. You guys know what it is. It's about to, hopefully we don't see the Bulls get their ass kicked again in the second half, but you never know with this team. More likely than not, the Bulls are probably going to disappoint us because that's just what comes more commonly than anything else with the Chicago Bulls team. Let's hope, though, that if I expect that, maybe we'll get something different. I'm at the point with this team now where I'm just ready for the end of the season. Like wherever it comes at the end of the season, whether it be the Bulls getting a bunch of victories, whether it's them losing a bunch of games, whether it's them, getting up to the 6th seed and avoiding them playing. I don't really care at all at this point anymore. This version of the team, for me personally, I'm kind of over as presently constructed. So no matter how this season ends, no matter if the Bulls go and they get a bunch of wins and they go on this huge winning streak where they win like 20 out of the last 27 games, I don't care if the Bulls do any of that. At this point where I'm in right now, it's all fool's gold. No matter how good this team looks at some points in the rest of the season, I'm just going to be like, hey, listen, I don't trust you. I just don't trust you. And I think we're past the amount of time during this season for the Chicago Bulls to earn my trust back. I'm still going to watch. I'm not going to stop watching the team at all. That's never going to happen. I'm still going to be here doing my live calls. I'm still going to be, watching the games and rooting for the team. But I'm just over getting excited about the team, if that makes sense. Like as far as how this season ends for us, so many other times this season we're like, hey, well, if we can get on the playoff, if we can get on the run, we fare better against the better team. So maybe we can do something. I'm past all that. I just need this season to get to the natural conclusion of it, so then we can really see what this front office is going to do. That's just what it is, right? And again, and that's not to say I want to see the team lose or anything. It's just that at this point, I know where the season's going. The season's not going to end in any exciting way, and even if it does, we got some serious questions that we need to address as we look at the viability of the future of this team. So because of that, I'm just at the point now where I'm just all right. It is what it is. That's just my opinion. Matthew says, were you yelling? No, I don't yell. Unless I'm going off on people. They canceled work for tonight. Now I have to watch these hoes play. Sigh. Listen, watch them play. Like I said, it don't even matter, man. Let's all be miserable together. LOL. Yeah. Shared trauma. Appreciate you still doing the shows, even though the team doesn't deserve the attention. LOL. I'm always going to do. I love the Chicago Bulls. And I'm always going to love the Bulls, unfortunately. I'm one of those people that Jerry Reinsdorf's looking. He's like, yeah, we're going to get a certain amount of money out this motherfucker right here because I just love the team. But at the end of the day, like I said, when it comes to this season, I'm not overly excited about it anymore. And, the Bulls can come in tonight and let's say they completely waste the Orlando Magic by like 40 points. I'll be like, all right, cool, you got to win. Like I'm over getting excited anymore. Like no matter what they show me, I know that this team has some serious core and foundation issues. So let's say honestly, for me to turn around on that statement that I just made, this team would have to win a playoff series. That's it. And then I'll be like, well, damn, okay, that changed some things. But if this team goes on a 10-game winning streak, cool. I'm gonna be happy for them. We're gonna be celebrating, but I'm like, it doesn't matter because at the end of the season, we still need to make some changes. So that's just where I sit right now with this team. Kenan Peacock says, you said it perfect the other day. We love someone who doesn't love us back. And that's it. That's just really it. Like and that's to say is this, right? You don't even play passionate. Like your team doesn't even play with heart every single night. Like that would be the thing. If this team went out and they played with all their heart and the best they could do was be a 30-win team, I'd be like, hey, but we had a team that competed. We don't even got that, right? We got a team with, 25 wins that we don't even get heart from every single night. So it's like, it's really hard, man. What up, Unc? What's going on, Spider-Man? What's up, Mike? Bulls Daily says, kind of have that. It is what it is feeling at this point. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to put it. Matt Nagy got fired and won a championship on our ass. Listen, I mean, he's the quarterback's coach. It's not even like he's an offensive coordinator. He's the quarterback's coach on a team where they got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You know what Matt Nagy's job is? To sit there and get Patrick Mahomes his water. That's what Matt Nagy's job is. Joda says it's an abusive relationship. Absolutely, 100%. Alana says, the fact that we might buy out. Well, we don't buy him out. The other team buys him out. We'd be signing him after he's bought out. But, I mean, at this point, I'm starting to even doubt those rumors, right? Haize, what up? This is from Gio. Just looking at the seedings, we can easily finish bottom 4 with 26 games left. But do we give up on the season now? No, this is what I'll say. I'm not saying give up on the season, right? I still want this team to try to get every win that they can and try to do what they can in the playoffs. But when I say I'm not excited about it anymore, it's because, like, to me, I just know that wherever the season ends, the Bulls would have to do something historic for this season not to end and us not feel like, okay, we're through it. Now, how are you going to improve, right? Because we can't come back with these same issues. It really feels like this team put a knife in Chicago Bulls fans' back. That's how I feel right now. It's been rough. And you know, it's been a deflating season for sure. Juan Miller says, what I'm most concerned about is the overinflated value Acme has on players, coach, and result. Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing that's going to be telling this offseason. I think this is going to be an offseason that tells us how difficult it's going to be to live with this front office. And by that, I mean, listen, if you wanted to give the team that you put together 2 seasons, okay, you know what? I can rock with that. But at the end of the season, you got to realize you can't be married to these players anymore. Like, you do need to get value back, right? You can't just give up on them completely and just send them out for nothing. You want to get value back. But it's really going to, because if they come back and they try to sell us again on maybe 1-2 minor moves and they're like, hey, we're going to run it back. We think we're going to have Lonzo healthy this season. You want to put us through this a third time? This is what you want to do? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to trust them after that. Shob says, would you cut Dragon for Pat Bev? No. Hell no. No, you're adding Pat Bev to what you already have, meaning that it's going to be Tony Bradley. You don't cut Dragon. Just because, and he hasn't been the most consistent either. I don't want to act like Dragic's been the perfect player, but like the flashes that he does show, I think on a better team, better coach team, I would want to see that. Which is why we all love Noah and Rose days. First team that played with heart since the MJ era. No, I'll say the team before that played with heart too. When it was just Kirk, Chris Duhon, Andres Nocioni, Ben Gordon, Luau Deng, Ben Wallace. That team played. Keep in mind, that team swept the defending champion Miami Heat. So we had that whole era, the whole transition from the Kirk Heinrich, Ben Gordon era to the Derrick Rose era, the Derrick Rose, Luau Noah era. That whole stretch of time, we had heart. And then even after that, the Nate Robinson year, we were a team that played with heart. The following year, when Jimmy Butler like really emerged as a player, I look at that as a team with heart, absolutely, when Derrick was still out. So, yeah, I mean, we had a nice little amount of time where almost a decade where we had teams that played with heart. And then it's just fallen off a cliff big time since then. Big facts, bro. We always the lovable losers. That's crazy. That's crazy. I honestly think Russ a dev. Don't know what you mean by that. They aren't rumors. I don't think it's been reported that Billy has reached out to Russ and Pat Bev's camp. I mean, yeah, I've seen that. But at the end of the day, like you can reach out to a camp all day. Like, let's see if it happens. Like, we'll see, man. At this point, I just don't have much faith in it. Even is that the right move, right? I love the Bulls so much. I can't stop watching, but they are so bipolar. Yeah, I mean, it's a very bipolar. JDH doesn't like when we call the team bipolar, but they are a very bipolar team. That would be the perfect time to completely change our old style offense. Billy won't do it. Definition of insanity. Listen, I have no idea how you can see like Billy Donovan must be one of those coaches that literally is just like, no, like you can bring him a scroll written by Moses, signed by Jesus Christ, with the footprint of the Virgin Mary on it that says, stop running this offense for the Chicago Bulls in 2023. And Billy be like, I don't believe you. We're going to run the same thing. Run it back. What? Like, man, it's crazy. We need Scoot Henderson right now. I don't even know if Scoot would help us right now. And that's the thing. That's another thing that goes to it. Even if the Bulls do, let's say the Bulls luck up and somehow our draft pick does end up falling in the top 4, we keep it. Do you trust Billy Donovan to develop that player? And we know Billy Donovan's going to be locked in for at least another 3 years. Do we really want Billy Donovan to be the one in charge of that? That's deep, man. Steve O Speak says 0706 Bulls play with heart for sure. Shut up, Mutt. But here's the thing. Say we run it back. What makes anyone think Levine is going to buy into the plan? I don't think he will. Oh, that's the part that's over. Levine's going to buy into whatever wins. He bought into playing with DeMar DeRozan, another heavy. Do we forget that before Zach LaVine got hurt last season, we had the number 1 and 2 scoring duo in the NBA? No, he'll buy in. LaVine just doesn't buy into bullshit if we don't win, right? If you're not winning, it's hard to buy into some shit that you can see just ain't working. And it's like at this point, anybody trusting Billy Donovan would have to be insane also, because if you see somebody who's supposed to be leading you and literally does the same exact shit that hasn't been working every single time, no adjustments, sucking at defending the pick and roll, doesn't call plays for certain players, doesn't use players in the places where they're most efficient at, and you're just looking at that like, but we're losing. It's different if he was doing things that the players didn't believe in, but they were winning. It's like, okay, eventually everybody buys into results. Results are the thing that binds every team together. If a team ain't working, that's when you start seeing things blow the hell up. Y'all say bipolar, I say slow as fuck. Both of them. Just barking in the chat. He's an asshole, bro. He's an asshole. What breed is your dog? He's half lab, half Australian Shepherd, and then the other one's half German Shepherd and half Husky. They're both pretty ass dogs, but they're both crazy as shit. Even though the Bulls have been playing trash and shooting horribly lately, I have to commend DeRozan for changing the way he plays lately and not playing ice. So yeah, you also notice he's been sucking. Like, this is one of the worst stretches of DeMar DeRozan's career that I've seen. Like, literally, like I feel like 6 out of the last 8 games he's played has been bad, whether it's been in the Bulls win or not. Man, we can't even properly inbound the ball during that. Oh my God, the lack of the ability to inbound the ball. There's 2 things that frustrate me hugely in second half for Bulls games. Zach LaVine just completely forgets how to play basketball sometimes. We can't inbound the goddamn basketball. And then Alex Caruso, literally every time he can't inbound the ball, looks at the refs like it's their fault. And if I was the refs, I'd be like, hey man, listen, you the one who get paid to do this shit. You can't make a simple pass. You can't make a simple pass. That's the shit that you gotta look at and be like, hey man, what the fuck is this? Is it okay to feel pessimistic at this point? No, feel pessimistic all the time. Jamal says, I'm about to go pop 2 edibles, smoke a Fat J, make some Alfredo, and drink the red dress of my Jack Daniels as I prepare for the rest of your Jack Daniels, as you prepare for the bullshit I have to watch tonight. First of all, you already drunk because you usually immaculate with the typing. I don't even know what that was. The only reason I was able to get through that was hoodology. That's it. But I feel you on that. I feel you on all of that. Got my cheap tequila on hand. What's up, Haize? Can you explain the buyout market for me, please? So teams buy out players. A buyout is different from waiving a player. A waiving player basically means you cutting them. They get their full contract. A buyout means that the player and the team reach an agreement to end the contract. So that's what the two things that they differ. Buyout, once you I think after 24 hours after being bought out is when you can officially sign with the team. And that's it. And then the team that signs a buyout player can only sign them for the minimum for the rest of the season. So that's it. So that's why it's kind of an even playing field as far as the money that a player is going to get once they're bought out from any team they go to next. It just depends on them really picking their location and the team that they want to play with. I don't know, you talked about this already, but how would you feel about Pat Bev pickup? I feel like he toughened up some of the young players and pushed them. Well, this is the thing that I always said. It's hard for a player to come in with 25 games left and for the younger players to really take them seriously. Now, if you come in and you just have that stature as a veteran, I think you can get through to them a little bit more, but it's really hard to really come in as somebody new to the locker room, new to the franchise, and really just inspire like that I think we would do if we signed a Pat Bev in the offseason. I do think he can come in and he's at least going to fire everybody up. He's at least going to be there on the sidelines. It's just, I don't know if the players are necessarily going to. Now, it may be different. Like with Tristan last year, you could tell I always go back to that clip where Io was literally looking at Tristan like, hey, man, will you please shut up when he's over there trying to motivate people. But it could be because Tristan Thompson just sucked ass himself. It's like, how you going to motivate somebody? You need to be motivating yourself. You suck. So maybe it was a little bit of that. He's playing bad, but we've been asking him to not play ISO so heavy, so we can't be too picky. It's a different type of style for him, but I think we're better off with Levine and Vooch. Here's the thing. No, you can still be picky because he did that. That's the way he played the right way in San Antonio. So it shouldn't be that too hard of adjustment. And even with that said, you still suck. You suck, right? You can. It's easy to defer and not play ISO when your shot's not falling. So I just want to see it be consistent and him find a way to still be impactful while doing it. Because if you're not being impactful while not playing ISO, it's like, hey, why, what are you doing? Juan Miller, hey, Haize, have you heard how Marko Simonovic is going? I'd love to give him a go. He's not. Listen, he's not getting one. But he's looked good. He's always looked good in the G League. That's why at the start of the season, I said, I don't think there's anything left that he can gain from the G League. I just don't think that there is because he balls in the G League. Corey Barnes says, man, you have to have one of the hardest jobs in the world right now, covering a sorry-ass team who could care less. Listen, it sucks to love this team the way I do and for it to suck. Just covering the team, if I was just one of the people who got paid to cover teams, I wouldn't give two shits, right? But it's the fact that I absolutely love this team with every fiber of my being, and they suck. That's crazy. That's deep. Jello, is Russ officially brought out? No, he's not officially brought out yet. The pot's about to be nasty as hell. Drunk already, his ass gonna mistake Alfredo. Oh my God. You know what? That's deep. That's deep. Brandon Eljet, F the Bulls. I'm here to support Haize. That's wild. I appreciate you here, though. Haize, how reputable is Casey Johnson? He said to Jamal, Vooch will probably get extended, but says with DeMar and Zach, with DeMar and Zach be traded, even though the front office said those two are untouchable. No, they're untouchable probably at the trade because you get more value back for players like that during the offseason. You just do. So maybe that's what they expect, and if he does, then that's what happens. I wouldn't be surprised. Vooch is the one that needs to come back, and I know some Bulls fans that don't hold on to their critiques from last season may not understand, but no, he deserves to come back. Vooch has played himself into deserving another contract. That's my opinion. He's been the most consistent Bull, double machine. He's adjusted his game. When the offense looks the best is when we go through him. It's a bunch of that type of stuff. I wish Billy would start Caruso. I think people forget that Caruso has been huge in games when he starts. And if Io isn't going to play, don't stretch. I just don't get the point. I don't know. Caruso's been bad too, though. And he's been better defensively, though. Way better defensively. Bro, I'm the same. I'm here to support Haize. Puts more effort in the franchise. That's funny. I appreciate that. Zach needs to get his head out of his ass and see he needs to become more point guard minded and tell his teammates what plays they need. He doesn't no. Listen. You can't just become more point guard minded. Zach doesn't have the IQ to do that, and I don't even say that to be offensive. He doesn't. Zach, and it's funny because he came into the league as a point guard. He's not that player. He's not that player. Now, he can pass. You can do some things off him, but have him be the type to run plays and do that type of thing, you would never get that from Zach LaVine. I'd never get that from Zach LaVine. If the Nuggets don't exceed expectations again in the playoffs, I would love for us to go after Jamal Murray if Lonzo isn't able to come back. Well, it's not that simple. We still got Lonzo's contract, right? It's not that simple. So, yeah, it's going to be tough, man. On a serious note, do you think Billy would take a game or just sit DeMar, Zach, and Vooch and let the young guys run? Fuck it, what do we have to? No, he's not. What? No, not at any point this season. Maybe if we lose the next 20 out of the 27 games, maybe the last 2 games, hey, guys, just go sit down, man, because we don't even know. We don't even run the worst one of y'all getting traded because one of you motherfuckers about to leave. But no, it's not going to happen. Haize, would you like to take part in me and my brother drinking game watching the Bulls tonight? Every time Zach and DeMar loses the ball, hell no, because there's no way I'd be able to do a live stream afterwards. I would not be able to do a post game. There's no way. There's no way, because that's a tall order to ask, bro. You just want to be drunk. You might as well just drink the bottle now and get it over with. What you waiting for? Oh my God, these dogs. I'm about to end this stream early, y'all, because this dog's going crazy and I don't know what's going on. So I will be back at the halftime hangout, y'all. I love you guys, man. Let me go check and regulate these kids and dogs. Love you guys, man. Go Bulls. See you at the halftime, y'all. Peace, man.